Hello and welcome back to another episode of Hydroneer, and of course welcome back to Volcalidus. In the last episode we made enough money to actually purchase this plot of land right here, Scoria Chamber. And this plot of land is very much like Mildew's Aquifer in the base game, in the fact that there is actually no source of lava on the surface, and we of course have to dig down for it. I spent several hours on this project working on opening up the underground spot to ready it for a base. I had to do so much digging that I ended up getting fed up, and I created a small macro to auto click for me, so all I had to do was focus the mouse out, and it made things a whole lot easier. So we're going to be able to clear this out. I just need to take some time to put in the effort to dig it. I don't want to use bombs down here. I want to be very organized in how I build my base, because the idea is that this is going to be our main place to stay. We're going to build up our workshop here. We're going to dig our tier 2s and tier 3s down and fortify this place. And if we need to find another plot of land for some other reason, then we can. I am a little disappointed that there's less to look at here than Evercrater. It was very nice to be at the foot of that volcano, but it's fairly peaceful up here, so not too bad. But anyways, let's take a look at what I did below. So it just starts off with this very unassuming little staircase. It just goes down a couple blocks, and then opens up into this cavern. So we've got our lava source right here. Extends out. I don't know how far back it goes. I haven't, obviously I haven't dug that out. And then we're pumping our lava directly up here. The goal is in these spots right here is where we're going to put our lava filters and our auto repair machine. And then it's going to wrap around the side here. And then right here underneath these blocks is the bottom of tier 1 ice. And so once we start digging out that way, that's when we're going to start reaching tier 2. Put that macro on. See, this is just what I was doing, is I let the program run, and it just clicks every time that it has the opportunity to, and it makes digging through all this a whole lot easier. So if you have the ability to do that, I recommend it, especially when dealing with this plot of land. So this is going to be where we set up our tier 1 drills for the time being. I have been watching other YouTubers, other Hydroneers, experts on this, and one thing I learned from Hybrid Steel in his recent videos is that there is no tiers to the Volcalidus drills, that you can take a tier 1 drill and bring it all the way down to tier 2 or tier 3, and it will still work and it will act like one of those drills. So what's really keeping us back is our tools. This dull ice pick only goes to level 1. So our goal is going to be to acquire a level 2 pickaxe so we can start digging down further, find the lava source down there, and build our new system and then pipe it up here. The other thing we need to do is get a conveyor belt system running in place. And for that, we're going to need to figure out how to pump water, how to turn lava into water. So there's a lot of things on our plate, a lot of things I'm very interested in. And on top of all that, just the extra digging that we're going to have to do is going to be quite a lot. But hopefully we get some progress done in this episode, and have something to show for it. So for now, this is where I will see you, and I'm going to do some work, and we'll figure out where to go from there. Alright, see you in a second. So I gave it some thought, and I think the first thing I want to do is make a little bit more coins so that way we can afford our projects. Our drills are currently broken? Yep, our drills are currently broken, which is fine. We don't need to make any more. In the last episode, I made a huge mess with the ore that I collected, having to use this magnet on a stick and everything, but that was nothing compared to the mess that I made when I was off camera trying to dig out that new plot. So I left my machines running for a while. I repaired them twice, created a bucket that was so powerful it froze and crashed my game multiple occasions. and then once it would go in here, it overloaded the machine, so it couldn't figure out, it couldn't sort most of it, and so I had to keep pulling the magnet and disrupting, and gems everywhere. Oh, it was a nightmare. But I managed to, I cranked down all my settings, I changed a whole bunch of things around, did it in smaller batches. But long story short, I came up with a gold bar that is 11,731 and an iron bar that is worth 9,969. However, this is also 830 pounds worth of bar, and I have a hard stone that's worth 999. That machine actually ended up filling up and popping that out. So I don't know that we have enough iron to create the tier 2 plot. We may actually be one hardstone short, considering that's 999, not 1,000. We may be one hardstone short of making the tier 2 shop. I don't know what it is. I haven't bought it yet. Oh yeah, and we also compressed the diamond worth 3,894. So we're going to be doing quite well for ourselves. Let's make a gold medallion, silver chain, or iron chain. Oh, that's pretty looking. Looks nice. 30,000. I think that will be more than enough. Hey Elsie, think fast. Ah! You win this round, Elsie. You win this round.
It might be shiny, but you need a keen eye to value it rightly.
Or a scale. I got a scale. How does that work? Have a good day. Alright, so here we are in Burrville. One of two places where we can actually buy water piping and conveyor belts. So I believe the other one is the Shattered Outpost. So I think first we want to set up our piping system. We can deal with conveyor belts once we get that in line. Alright, that's all we're going to get for now. It's probably very expensive. Not very much. Not very much at all. We're actually going to come by this shop first before we head up and just purchase what we need for a workshop. Ooh, fun. And you know what? Since we have the money, let's just buy this tier 2 store right now and set it up. That way we'll know exactly how much hardstone we need and how much iron we need. We may even be able to build this currently. Oh. Well, not the iron. We'll have to build up the iron. But the hardstone we got. Now, I don't know what kind of stuff the tier 2 store provides, but I know that we're probably going to need it. We're probably going to need it pretty frequently, so I'm going to put it next to our little entrance into this place. Ooh, there we go. Alright, hardstone block, we can do that, 700. Oh, iron bar, we could have done that as well because we had the 80. The Cloutium bar is a different story, so I'm glad that we didn't bother saving the iron bar. We're gonna grab one of these drills so that way we can figure out our water situation. Alright, it's getting a little cramped in here, but nothing we can't handle. And since this machine doesn't take any damage, we're just gonna link our pipe up here, right? Because see, as we can look in the bottom, it has the home icon, the water icon, and a brain icon. I'm assuming that means logic, but does not have the wrench icon, which means that it breaks. So we don't need to have its own piping system for that. However, this, we are going to need a system that will repair itself. So let's get that in place. And let's get our conveyor belt situation fixed up. God, I love these truck physics. Alright, that should get us there and back, hopefully. But we have the buckets now, so if we run out along the way, we can hopefully find ourselves some lava and just refill, so. Good, let's go through the back area. As we see from our map, we are in the clouds, so let's hopefully make our way through over to Shattered Outpost. Ooh, and we are back on the road. Here we are. Got a marker for the town. It's coming up. Now, I do know about those dinosaur bones. I'm just not interested in doing that at the moment. I know that we'll be able to get coins from that, and that'll help, but currently I don't have any need for coins. I haven't even gotten my workshop set up, so we'll work on that eventually. Here we are at Shattered Outpost. Very inconvenient to get to. Turns out we could have just bought a truck when we got here, but you know, that's a little wasteful. Alright, how do we get into the power works? Definitely not like that. Alright, here we are at the power works. And we are going to get ourselves everything we need to set up an auto repair machine. All right. Back at base. Let's go ahead and get started on this auto repair mission. Okay, we got way too many elbow pipes. So we're gonna bring those back and scrap them. Do need to make sure we leave ourselves 5. Okay, so we just need 5 straight wires and then the filters, and we'll be good. Now let's load these up with repair kits. And lastly, there we go. So we're now all loaded up with repair kits. Our valve is turned off, and now we can add our filters. And I want to keep the valve off before adding the filters because these take damage regardless of whether or not a machine is hooked up. So let's just have them off until we have machines hooked up because there's no need for them to take damage unnecessarily. Nail these down. Alright, we now have an auto repair machine. We're going to be attaching it to here, to this drill, because this drill is going to be powering our conveyor belts, but we are also going to be using it to attach to other drills that we're going to be putting down here and using that to mine up our ore. Whoops, I left elbow. Alright, so there's one more thing I want to do before we call this episode completed. And I will show you what that is right now. That's right, a whole bunch of conveyors. We are going to be getting this set up, and this is going to be the start of our actual workshop setup. And once we get these conveyors in place, we might be able to just produce ore at our Ember Cradle plot and then shift it over here to organize it, so that way we don't have to deal with that hand sorter at all. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's get these drills working again. Alright, that should be good for now. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Get our bucket. We didn't have that running for very long, but you know, there's no need to go crazy with it just yet. So we're gonna put this bucket down. And we'll go crazy with that bucket. Okay, so we're gonna hook it up that way for the time being, just temporarily. See that our piping system works. Oh, it's broken. It's not taking it. Why isn't it taking it? Does this need to be on the surface? Well, that sucks. Well, everybody, that's where I'm going to leave today's episode. I think we got a lot done. I didn't get the chance to finish what I wanted to, which was to get these conveyor belts working and to organize a bucket of gems. However, we're going to need to rework this drill and water situation. We're probably going to have to put it up on the surface and pump it all the way down, but we have the pipes for that, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So we'll be working on that in the next episode, and we will be getting our workshop built. I have basically everything I need. I might need some more platforms, but we will see. And I'm excited to continue this. We are really going to be picking up speed once we can get that done, because then we will have a workshop and we'll be able to start taking orders from the townsfolk. But anyways, that's where I'm going to leave today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward for more Hydroneer and more Volcalidus. If you did, please consider giving me a like, drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts, and I will see y'all in the next one. Take care.